Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey and thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am doing part 2 of my intro series to shopping my stash. So I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to explain what I'm doing, but this is the second part of this 3-part series that I've been doing here on my channel. I just want to be better at using my makeup. I'll link the part 1 to this little series up above because it goes into detail a little bit more of what I'm trying to do. I want to get into a shop my stash kind of flow of things. And so anyways, if you really want to know more about that, I'll link it above. But today's video, I am decluttering. Back in December, I did a pretty big declutter here on my channel where I went through all of my makeup and got rid of a bunch of stuff. And I didn't feel like I needed to get rid of a ton of stuff now, but there was definitely some stuff that was in my makeup collection that I didn't want anymore or didn't have a need for. And so I have a little box here. There's not a ton of stuff, but there's a few things, and I thought I would just share with you why I'm getting rid of these things. I have an eyeshadow palette. This is from Target. I picked this up maybe last summer-ish, I think. But this was, they had a bunch of Disney stuff, kind of a big area of Disney things. So there was makeup stuff, there was clothing, just a whole bunch of Disney stuff, and it was so fun. I enjoy Disney. I'm not a Disney collector by any means. But for some reason, this palette just drew me in. Part of it, I think, is because of the packaging. It's just so adorable. But on the inside, you have all these really warm toned shades. It kind of goes from light to dark. You've got some very neutral tan colors. You've got some oranges, reds, almost some burgundy kind of purpley colors, some browns. And there was just something about this palette that drew me in. Now, do I have other shades like this in my collection? Yeah, and that's kind of why I'm decluttering it. This palette, I think the quality of this is actually pretty good. It's definitely not fantastic. It's not a high-end palette, but for the drugstore, I think this was $8. This is pretty quality. I enjoyed this. It was nice. I used it a few times. I didn't use it a ton, which is kind of another reason why I'm getting rid of it. I just didn't find myself reaching for this palette very often. I need to get rid of it. It's been sitting in my collection for a little while, and actually when I did my last declutter, it was kind of one of the things that I was should I get rid of it? I don't know. And so now is the time. I have one other palette, and this is from BoxyCharm. It's the Pure Midnight Masquerade Face Palette, and there is face products and eye products in here. The face products kind of make me want to keep it. I did enjoy this a little bit, but only a few of the products. So you have a highlighter, you've got a blush, maybe another blush, and then kind of a bronzer-ish kind of product. And then on this side you have a few eyeshadows. The eyeshadows I didn't really ever reach for. They're all metallic except for this one. It's a dark brown color. And I just wasn't really drawn to this. The only shadow that I would really use is this bronzy gold color here. And I have that in other palettes, and so I wasn't going into this palette for that. But on the face side, the highlight is really pretty. The blush is very intense, as well as this blush. They're both super pigmented. This bronzer kind of thing is kind of strange. Pure does these kind of shadows sometimes, I feel or these face powders that are just super shimmery, but somehow they don't look terrible on the skin. I don't know. I just don't find myself reaching for this. I wish I did, but I just don't. And so this was another thing in my declutter that I had just gotten this maybe a few months before, and at that time I was still maybe I should use this. I don't know. But now I'm just to the point where I'm yeah, I'm not gonna use this. I actually have a few brushes. These are both from e.l.f. This first one is the small tapered brush, and I do like this brush. It's just broken and I don't feel like fixing it. I know that seems very extra, but I also just have a few other brushes in my collection that are super similar to this that I don't feel like I need to keep it, so I'm just gonna get rid of this one. And then another e.l.f. brush. This is the blending eye brush, and this is one of the ones that is like $1, super inexpensive. It's a good brush. It's fine. Like, there's nothing bad about it. But again, I just have other brushes in my collection that I like a little bit better that are super similar to this, so it's just time to pass this one off. I have a foundation. This is from Model's Own. It's the Runway Foundation, and it's a matte, oil-free formula. And I have it in the shade Porcelain, which I think is like the lightest shade. It's very light. I did a video with this foundation a few months back because I got it for like super cheap at Ulta one time. And it's so light, and it's like pretty cakey. And so I'm not gonna use this. I used it in the dead of winter, which is like the lightest I'll ever be. And somehow it was still too light for me, and I'm very, very pale. And so this was just not a good look. I've tried mixing it with other foundations to like make it darker, and it's not worth it. I don't like it, so I need to get rid of it. A few products that I do like that I just need to get rid of because I've had them around for a long time. This first one is from Wet n Wild, and it's one of their like Mega Last lipsticks, and it's in the shade Cherry Bomb, which is like one of the classics. Like, it's such a good color. But I went to go use it the other day, and I realized the color of it has changed so much. So it's normally like this really dark, deep kind of cherry color, but if you look at the side of this right now, it's like fuchsia. It's not really showing it on camera for some reason, but it's just like a really strange color, and like the tip of it is a different color than like the side of it. And it's just, I've had it for a long time, and I need to pass it on. It's not good anymore. I think it's gone bad. While I really enjoy these formulas, and like this lipstick is great, super inexpensive, I've just had this for too long and need to get rid of it. Another lip product, this one is from e.l.f. and it's one of their matte lip colors, and it's in like a little pencil. And this one is in the shade Tea Rose, which I loved this lip color for like a long time. It's such a pretty color. It's very cool toned, like a mauve-y pink color, but still like light and like nude almost. I was such a fan of this color. I remember seeing Emily Noel use this color. It was a long time ago. I remember seeing her use this, and I was like, I need that color in my collection. Like, I want that color so bad. And I didn't even find this at a normal place where they sell e.l.f. stuff. I think I found this at like Marshall's or something. And since then, I still haven't even found this color at like Target or anything. I feel like this is maybe an older color, I don't know. But I did like it, but again, I've just had it for so long, and it's actually broken now too. So like, you twist it up and down, but like mine's, oh, of course now it chooses not to come out, but it's just like it just falls out of the package, and so I need to pass it along to the trash. I mean, by pass it along. One that I go back and forth on, and like, I remember loving this back in the day for some reason, and now it's just not really my favorite, is from e.l.f. and this is just their like classic eyelid primer. Like I said, I feel like I remember really liking this product before. Comes in like a doe foot applicator. It's doesn't really have like a tint to it. You put it on and it just is kind of like not much. It just blends out onto your skin. But recently I've noticed when I use this, it feels oily, and like it just creases a lot really fast. And so I just need to get rid of this. I think this is like $2, but I would say it's not worth it. My favorite eye primer has been the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer, like the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer, for years. But I feel like even that recently, I don't know if my skin is just like over it because I've used it for so long, but I feel like even that has been creasing on me recently. So if you know of a good drugstore eyeshadow primer, let me know. I like the Urban Decay one, sure, everyone likes that one, but I want a drugstore one because money. So yeah, but this one, it's just, I haven't been enjoying it recently, so I just need to get rid of it. Another one that like I could have sworn I liked before, and like I have raved about this product in the past on my channel, is from Jordana, and it's the Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. When I first started my channel a few years ago, this was like one of my favorites. Like I loved this mascara. And so I repurchased it semi-recently because I was like, oh yes, I remember this mascara, I loved it, and I kind of had a hard time finding it. And I don't know, I just don't like it anymore. I don't know if my tastes have changed, maybe I just don't like it. I don't know, I don't like it anymore, so I'm getting rid of it. And to close this sucker off, I've got 3 eyeliners. Now, my journey with eyeliner is long. I have loved eyeliner for years, like over a decade, probably almost 2 decades. Like I have worn eyeliner forever. I love eyeliner. In the last probably 10 years, winged eyeliner was my jam. Like I wore winged liner every single day. Like it was weird if I was not wearing winged eyeliner. I felt totally out of place if I was not wearing winged liner. Like to the point where I would put on eyeliner and no mascara if I was like running late, because I felt like I needed the liner and not the mascara. In the last like year, maybe even a little bit less than that, liner is just not my thing. I don't know, I just don't, like I still like it, I still enjoy a good wing, but I feel like I don't have time for it, or like I'd rather focus on my skin a little bit more than like a winged liner. So if I ever have a winged liner on, it's because I had like time that morning and I felt adventurous, or I felt like I wanted to do something fun. But on the day-to-day, I am not wearing winged liner anymore, and I have a few favorites that I like for winged liner. These are not those. First off, I just don't like pencil liners like at all. Like I never use a pencil liner. This one is from Starlux. I got this in a BoxyCharm a few months ago. It's the Black Ultra Luxe Longwear Eye Pencil, and it's just exactly what it sounds like. It's a black pencil liner, but it's retractable. And this one just sucks. Like it's not very good. You go to swatch it and that's not black, that's like gray. I do have a few black pencil liners in my collection, but if I'm gonna keep it, they better be like black when I put it on my hand. And this one was not, so I'm getting rid of it. All of these are from BoxyCharm actually. Oh, the next one is from Jaunt Blue, and it's the Glittering Star Eyeliner. And this one I was kind of having high hopes for. We got this back in November, I think. I used to love a good glitter liner. Like I would wear glitter liner often. Like I'm talking like back in high school, so a long time ago. But I remember I would like put it on my upper lash line and then kind of like blend it out, and then so it'd be like this like smoky, like glittery mess. But I felt like I wanted to try it again. Like I wanted to give it another shot. And again, this one just doesn't, it sucks. It's this one right here. I just swatched that 3 times, like 3 up and downs. It's no good. The glitter is like not there a bunch. I wanted it to be gold glitter because you would think this would be like gold glitter. And I feel like it is supposed to be gold glitter, but it's definitely silver. Like I don't know if you can even see that. I don't even know if you can see the sparkles, but it's like a silvery sparkle, and I wanted it to be gold. So it's going away. And honestly, I tried using it like a few times and it's just junk. Last liner, this is from Pretty Vulgar, and it's the Ink Blacklist Gel Eyeliner. If this isn't the cutest little pot of eyeliner, like I don't know what is. This is adorable, but that does not mean it's good. Day one, I kind of felt I would have issues with this because this has no product in it. The product is all down in here. And so this is all just empty space here. Like I'm not touching anything except for around the edges. And so like the eyeliner is so far down in there that I would normally use like an angled liner for this, but I want to get like my brush in there good with like a good angle on the brush, and you can't do that with this because the hole is like small and it's just so far down in there that was like my number one thought when I opened this at first. I was like, oh, maybe this is just like for show down here and the eyeliner's up here, because that's usually how it goes. And so I opened it up and I was like, nope, I'm gonna have problems. And then even beyond that, the formula for this just didn't work for me. I tried to make it work for a long time, and even for a while I was like, yeah, I like this. I'm pretty sure I like this. I really wanna like this. But every time I wore it, it would just like run all over the place, and it's just not a cute look for eyeliner, especially a winged liner. And so I didn't have good luck with this. I've worn it with primer, without primer, like a ton of eyeshadow underneath, no eyeshadow underneath. I've tried everything and this just doesn't work for me. And so I figured it's finally time to give it the boot. Those are all the products that I'm decluttering from my collection. Like I said, this is part 2 of my like intro to shop my stash. The next video, the part 3 of this series, will actually be me picking out products to shop my stash. So I guess a quick rundown of what I'm going to be doing is I'm doing a big project pan this year for all of 2019. I have 18 products that I'm trying to use up by the end of the year. Some are makeup, some are not makeup, some are like hair and body care and stuff. But I have 18 products, and so within those 18 products, I have a lot of makeup items that I want to use because I really like them. And so I'm gonna have those products available at all times, and then I think I'm gonna do like every month, I'm gonna go through and like do a shop my stash. So I'm doing a total reorganization of my makeup, and I'm going to kind of just focus on like a few products at a time instead of like a bunch of products and having like a few put away. I'm gonna kind of do the opposite of that. So I'm gonna cycle through my makeup a lot more, change it out more seasonably, and I guess see what I like. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous, but also really excited to start using my products a little bit more. So if you want to see part 3, where I will actually be picking out my makeup for this coming month, make sure to stay tuned, and I'll probably do that next week, because I'm trying to do like one a week, so next week. But thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't already. I would love to have you around, and until next time, bye guys.